Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, it's the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, aka Pookie, Mr. LBN Kane with the game, and today we're here to talk about this situation. Now, it's another story, y'all. It's another story of me chasing lust. It's another story of me chasing females. It's another story of me being interested in females, getting their number, wanting to get to know them, and it either goes right or it either goes really wrong. Now, not necessarily wrong, but it either goes bad, in my opinion. Now, let's get back with this real shit. So, it all started in November or December, one of those months. Now, I know for a fact that it was peak season. Yeah, I know for a fact it was in peak season, and usually I would water spider around the Stone area. But due to the fact that it was peak season and it was MET standing for mandatory extra time, so you know work was getting real busy, they decided to move me out of the Stone area to go to the Pack area. Now, I wasn't too familiar with Pack, but I knew that I had to work there. I knew that somebody was going to train me on how to work in Pack. And I knew for a fact that I wasn't going to necessarily like it. Now, I met some people along the way. I've gotten some numbers. I've gotten a big girl number. I've gotten a slim fit girl's number. But this particular person, her name was Erica. Yeah, her name was Erica. I forgot where she was from, but I know she lives far from Charlotte. I knew she didn't live in Charlotte. Her name was Erica. She's still currently working at the same place that I work at. Y'all know the name. And I would see her from time to time. I was like, damn, how tall is she? She looks adorable. She looks cute. So originally I had thought about it. I'm like, should I talk to her? Should I really talk to her? A lot of things were racing my mind. So finally I did approach her and things did go according to plan. Now, what was surprising about this is that she immediately gave up her number. Yeah, she immediately gave up her number. She didn't even know my name until she finally said, I don't even know your name. And I told her my name. You know, I gave her my age. But then the conversation would lead from that to the DMs. So yeah, I did talk to her and everything did go smoothly. I told her my age. I told her I was living in Charlotte. She says that she doesn't do the social media stuff. Yeah, she doesn't do the social media stuff. And the only thing that she had was Snapchat. That was the only thing that she had. Now, later on, I would find out she has an Instagram and she does have a Facebook, which I do think that she just made, you know, from the looks of it. But she does have an Instagram, but not her personal Instagram, but her business Instagram. It was like, she does a lot of hair, right? She's a hairstylist and it's a business. She promotes her business. You know, shout out to her. She's living it, you know, flexing up, doing the things that she loves to do, vice versa. So she tells me all of this and, you know, I wanted to go to break with her, you know. Now she doesn't go in the break room, you know. I wanted to, you know, go outside, you know, try to get to know her, you know. She wasn't really going for that. So I said, you know what? Okay, that's cool. It is what it is. She wasn't really going for that. And we move on to the next day. Now, the next day was very weird. The next day was very weird because after I leave to go to the bathroom, I see her. I start to notice her. I'm like, oh, there she goes again. But this time, she just stands there like a mannequin. She doesn't really say much. Now, I know she got an AirPod. I know she got an AirPod in her ear, but at the same time, if you see me and you just saw me and you just talked to me, normally you would say hi, right? Well, she just stood there like a mannequin, and it was just all weird. Now, I did text her and she says, LMFAO, how you see me but didn't say hi? And I'm not gonna lie, the conversation was real awkward. I didn't really know how to feel about it, but I just know for a fact the conversation was real awkward. So I didn't really pay it no attention. So finally, we go to the next day. We go to the next day, and I'm still working the pack. I'm still not liking it, you know, still not feeling it. And I see her one more time. I see her one more time, you know? She gets a real glimpse at me. She gets a real glimpse of me. Mind you, she just came in. She just came in to work, and she sees me for no, well, for the third time actually. She sees me for the third time, and she starts moving weird. She turns to her left. She goes all the way upstairs just to go to a station. Now, usually the reason why I say that is because where I was at, I was trying to get a box. I was trying to get a box and put it at a station. She could have just came to where I was at and go to a station, but instead, she had to move all the way upstairs just to go to a station. And I thought that was real weird, you know? It's a little hard to like describe it. You had to be there to really understand what I'm talking about. So I started noticing that, and I'm like, oh, she's moving funny. She's moving real funny. So I text her, she didn't respond. Then at the next break, I text her again, she's still not responding. So I said, damn, okay. So finally, I just throw up the middle fingers in the DMs and I blocked her because Shorty was moving real weird. I didn't know how to really take it. Now, mind you, her name was Erica. And she was moving real funny, real weird. You know, that one day when she was, you know, standing there like I told y'all, she was standing there like a whole mannequin, you know, not really saying nothing, not really doing much, like just moving like a whole bot, B-O-T. And she still works here to this day. She still works at the same place that I'm working at to this day. And I'm like, damn, what the heck? Like, this bot is moving real weird. Like, what's her major malfunction? What she got going on? What she got going on? Now, one of them days, I ain't gonna lie, one of them days, this was after peak season. One of them days, she started walking and she looks at me. I ain't gonna lie, she starts to look at me and she's walking really fast. Now, all right, I'm gonna give y'all a little scenario. It's the end of her shift. She's walking real slow. Now, the minute that she looks at me, she starts moving real fast. And I said, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I was able to do my little calculations. I was able to say, okay, 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 2 = 4, pi equals 3.1416. Oh shit. This bitch is weird. Oh my goodness. Now when I seen that, I said, yeah, I ain't messing with her again. That's the end of that. We ain't really focused on her. We ain't really paying too much attention on her. That's that. We put her in the past, put her in the garbage, throw the fries in the bag, do something. Call the judge, call the jury, call the executioner, call the DA, because this bot is moving real weird. Now, with that, this is LB and Kane signing off. And J-Lex, stop stealing them chocolate bars out of them boxes from the decant line. It's bad for you. You weirdo. And I'm out.